Lucy, I'm very sorry to have woken you from your nap, but we have to do a DVD collection overview. So let's get started. I'm just going to go over most of my collection very quickly. Not going to spend time on any one item, as you well know, Lucy. And I'm just going to run through it really. So I'm going to start with my Criterion films. And again, this is going to be pretty brief. I'm going to have to just run through it here. Starting on the far end. Criterion titles. You may recognize some. I'll just point out a few. La Haine, Paris, Texas, up there on top. Ice Storm by Ang Lee. Rashomon by Kurosawa. Heaven's Gate by Michael Cimino. Bertolucci's The Last Empire, or Emperor rather. High and Low by Kurosawa. Rosemary's Baby by Roman Polanski. Vengeance is Mine. Night of the Hunter by Charles Laughton. Thin Red Line by Terrence Malick. Homicide by David Mamet. Yojimbo by Kurosawa again. House of Games by David Mamet. Paths of Glory by Kubrick. The Killing also by Kubrick. If by Lindsay Anderson. Antichrist by Lars von Trier. Solaris by Tarkovsky. Ivan's Childhood by Tarkovsky. Hunger by McQueen. A few others up here. Videodrome by Cronenberg. Royal Tenenbaums. Sunset Boulevard, which is not a Criterion, but I have it in here. And The Following by Christopher Nolan. Going on to the next row of Criterion here. Starting with Straw Dogs, of course. Harakiri. Naked Lunch by Cronenberg. I have several of these Essential Art House features as well, which are some great films in there. Ikiru by Kurosawa. Floating Weeds by Ozu. Throne of Blood by Kurosawa. Knife in the Water by Polanski. Just moving on here. Wages of Fear. Traffic by Soderbergh. Spartacus by Kubrick. What else we got? Hoop Dreams, the documentary. Grand Illusion. Late Spring by Ozu. Sancho the Bailiff. Joan of Arc. Andrei Rublev. Rafifi. Hidden Fortress by Kurosawa. Hearts and Minds. Man Bites Dog. And Two Editions of Iran. So those are my Criterion. Going on to the Blu Rays. All three of the Lord of the Rings films, all 6 Star Wars, all 3 Vengeance films, Lady Vengeance, Old Boy, Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance, all 4 Alien films, all 3 original Dragon Tattoo films, as well as the American remake, Generation Kill, Taxi Driver, Citizen Kane, Lion King 3D, which I still have no idea how I got. Don't know where that came from. RoboCop trilogy, 2 copies of Father's Day, because I love that. Some Steelbooks, Shawshank, Matrix, Batman trilogy, Social Network, Hobbit, Doctor Strangelove, Butch Cassidy, Killer Joe, Braveheart, Kubrick triple feature, Ron, Black Death, I Claudius, Shogun, Harakiri, Fight Club, Black Swan, Lincoln, a few others. Continuing with Blu-rays. Whole ton of Blu-rays here, not going to be able to run through each one. Some of my favorites, Barry Lyndon right there, by Kubrick, Fargo, the Coen Brothers, wow, there's just too many to go over. Lawrence of Arabia, Scarface, the Lone Wolf and Cub series, all 6 of those films, very good Japanese samurai films. Moving on. Equilibrium, Platoon, Das Boot, Inglourious Bastards, Blow, Glory, I Am Legend, just to name a few. Moving on. More Blu-rays. Then I have a few regular DVDs down there. Moving on to the next lighting in here is going to be bad. But we got more